Guys, how's it going? It's the real Randy Chavez. Sorry I missed yesterday. I was so sick. If I hadn't had to call clients in between getting sick, I would have gone to the hospital. I had no horrible. I swear I would not have not made a video had it not been like that. I promise to try to make a video every day. So, sales data, we have a lot. Here we go. Metal Energy First Edition PSA 9 sold for like 90-ish. I honestly don't remember. I bought it, but I can't remember what it was what I bought it for. Giovanni First Edition PSA 9 sold for $80. Erica's Dragonair First Edition PSA 9 sold for $170. That was pretty low. Blaine's Moltrace First Edition PSA 9 sold for $435. Blaine's Arcanine First Edition BGS 9.5. 10 for centering, 9 for the corners, 9.5 for everything else. Only got $531. I could have sworn that should have gotten like $1,000, but I think it's because one of the subgrades was a 9, which is the corners. Had everything else been a 9.5 and above, probably would have got more. Kingdra First Edition PSA 9 sold for $103. Blaine's Charizard First Edition PSA 8 sold for $610. Tyranitar from Neo Discovery First Edition PSA 9 sold for $376. And Espeon from Neo Discovery First Edition PSA 9 sold for $710. Tyranitar's first PSA 9 and Espeon was also First Edition PSA 9. But Espeon $710 for that PSA 9 is incredible. Dark Charizard First Edition PSA 9 with a Dark Rocket booster pack. Both together sold for $880. I think that's a little low considering the booster pack. Even if it was weighed, and it was like a light, still probably cheap. But that's my opinion. Another Erica's Dragonair First Edition PSA 9 sold for $212. This 212 sold after that 170. And then we had not sure what that says. So another Erica's First Edition PSA 9. Erica's Venusaur First Edition PSA 9 sold for $455. That's going up, which is good. I like that. Raikou First Edition PSA 9 sold for $551. That's from the Neo set. Then we had a Worlds promo. It was a top 32, the Tropical Wind PSA 9 sold for $385. This is one that I don't go over. I don't really go over Japanese stuff, but they had a Japanese Arcanine. It was from Mirage Forest, Japanese First Edition PSA 10, sold for $113. Beautiful artwork, beautiful card. Grand Party. The soft trophy card PSA 10 sold for $1,325. T18, why I followed this, because I thought it was a First Edition PSA 9, but it was an unlimited PSA 9. T18 sold for $255. Dark Blastoise First Edition PSA 9 sold for $403. That is a record price point for that card. It is incredible that we've seen it go from like $185 to $200 to $300 to $403. Incredible. Lugia First Edition PSA 8 sold for $770. I think that is a little undervalued, and I'll tell you why in a bit. Rocket Scyther First Edition PSA 9 sold for $290. I think that's the record price point for that card. Misty's Golduck First Edition PSA 9 sold for $215. Incredible that Rocket Scyther is going for more than Misty's Golduck. Interesting. Why do I think that's interesting? Because Misty's Golduck is severely undervalued in my opinion. We have a Charizard First Edition PSA 7, so for $6,700. I had a chance to buy a Charizard like 2 weeks ago for $6,000, and I just didn't have it at the time, and clearly I would have made money. Metapod First Edition PSA 9, so for $149. That is a record price point for Metapod. Incredible. We have a Dark Magneton from the Rocket set First Edition PSA 9, so for $168. And we have a Gengar First Edition PSA 9 from Fossil, sold for $305. A Hitmonlee First Edition PSA 9 sold for $179. That is a record price point for that Hitmonlee for that Fossil set. A Suicune First Edition PSA 9 sold for $562. That's also from the Neo sets. Blaine's Charizard First Edition PSA 9. This is an Australian auction, but this came before the PWCC one, so this ended. It sold for $1,340 plus $30 shipping and whatever tax. So the user had to pay probably about $1,400. But yeah, that is a cool price for that Charizard. The other two we'll go over in a bit. We had a Japanese Meiji promo. This was interesting because it was from the first movie. It had Mewtwo and all the clones there. Not all the clones, just the three major ones, Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard. It's a PSA 9, so for $405. It's just really cool. I don't know how rare it is or how many 9s or 10s there are, but it's just a cool card and I want one. Alakazam first edition PSA 9 base set sold for $15.25, and a Chansey first edition PSA 9 sold for $16.25. It's probably going to be a lot of Chanseys because the Chanseys are very, very hard to grade, so there's not a lot of 10s. So there's probably a surplus of 9s. That's why it's only getting $100 more than the Alakazam, its counterpart. So we have a Charizard first edition BGS 9.5 for the centering and the 9.5 for the centering and the corners, and a 10 for the surface and the edges. So it is as close to a 10 as you can get without it being a BGS 10. It is two 9.5s and two 10s. And the top four bids were $58,000, $60,000, $72,888, and $72,988. A first edition BGS 9.5 getting $12 shy of $73,000. That is a record price point for that card. At actual PSA 10, I think the last few have sold for like between 60 and 70 grand. So will this push a PSA 10 to be even higher? Possibly. I think probably. But again, this is as close to a BGS 10 that you could get without it actually being a BGS 10. Because if three of the subgrades were a 10 and one was a 9.5, it would still be a 10. Not a black label, but yeah, this is incredible. Record price point. I'm very curious to see what Charizards do after this. Clefairy first edition SGC 9.5. I took a look at the card, only had two pictures, but it looked like this would minimum get a 9 PSA. So it sold for $1,274. If I had that card, I would crack that and regrade it, submit it to PSA, because that should at least get a 9, and the 9 Clefairy should be like $1,500. Then we had a Venusaur first edition PSA 8, sold for $1,425, and then a PSA 9 sold for $3,425. Record price points for both of those. That is incredible. Then we had a unlimited Charizard PSA 10, sold for $6,600. Wow. Shadowless Charizard PSA 7 sold for $1,427. And then we have a Shadowless BGS 9.5. Now it was a 9 on the corners, but everything else was a 9.5. So Shadowless Charizard base set 9.5. The only subgrade that got below a 9.5 was the corners, which got a 9, and that sold for $7,501. Record price point for that. I think because of that, the actual Shadowless PSA 9 Charizard, $4,800 probably would be a good price point. And then we have a Haunter first edition PSA 9, sold for $148. I do have another page that I will go over. I might make a second video today. It's just my throat hurts from getting sick so much, so I'm trying to limit what I can. I'm not even working today. I'm not answering calls. This is for you guys. I might make a second video later on today. I might not. I might save that for tomorrow, a bunch of the other stuff. There is a lot I want to go over. Again, sorry for missing yesterday's video. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.